And the day came when man conceived of a materialistic, deterministic, reductionistic, objectively real clockwork universe made of space, time, energy and matter, governed by fixed and changing physical constants and laws. Microscopic particles that become atoms, that become molecules, that become macroscopic, perceivable, concrete, tangible stuff. Randomness and disorder that transforms into order, that transforms into patterns, that transform into self-organization. Simple chunks of inanimate matter that evolve into complex, organized chunks of animate matter that somehow evolve into self-aware, conscious chunks of matter that are able to think, feel, experience, share, create, communicate. Here we have an immense, expanding material universe that came out of a spaceless, timeless, infinitely dense point of energy that came out of nothingness. An incredibly simple universe evolving into an incredibly complex universe that does so by just following a few deterministic, immutable physical laws. A Goldilocks universe that is able to convert disorganized bits of dead matter into self-organized bits of living matter simply because the conditions happen to be just right. A universe that sprouts life and consciousness, intelligence and technology without any reason, purpose or goal. A universe that comes into existence, changes, evolves and ends up observing itself just because it was meant to do so. But the important question is, who are you in this universe? You are basically a rather insignificant collection of interacting particles in a vast, gigantic, purposeless, meaningless universe. A collection of particles that somehow inexplicably became self-aware. A collection of particles that became conscious, started to perceive, started to think, started to feel. These particles don't just exist, but strangely, they have acquired the ability to have an inner experience. As a collective, they appear to know, to feel, to experience what it is like to be you. However, in this universe, this differentiated you can only be the result of accidents coexisting within a landscape ultimately ruled by predetermined physical laws. In this clockwork universe, cause and effect rule the world. Causality is always linear and physical, self-contained within this space-time-matter universe. Everything that exists must have a physical cause. It must be the result of a mechanistic physical process. The whole of your existence, hence, can be reduced to the interactions of tiny bits of physical matter governed by physical laws occurring inside this causally closed universe. Your entire life, your emotions, hopes, fears, ambitions, expectations, decisions, your imagination, intuition, creativity. All of these can ultimately be explained via lengthy, linear, bottom-up causal chains that are the result of material particles following specific physical laws. And these causal chains can ultimately be traced back to the very beginning of space-time, the moment of the Big Bang. Think about it for a moment. Your self-awareness, your intelligence, your thoughts, your choices and decisions, your entire conscious experience can only be produced by some piece of machinery following deterministic physical laws. Your consciousness must be just a complicated byproduct of material particles and their physical interactions. In fact, at the most basic level, your mind must be reducible to all these particle interactions occurring within your brain. Hence, what you call mind can be nothing but your brain, clearly defined, firmly located, permanently imprisoned within a limited region of space-time. Your mind and sense of self are therefore limited by the physical confines of the matter where they are located, the confines of the flesh which forms your brain, and the confines of the flesh which constitutes your body. Not only do your genetic makeup and the external environment in which you exist influence your actions and thoughts, but they uniquely determine who you are at the core. They determine how your life unfolds, what you do, what you feel, what you think, what you create, moment after moment after moment. You're a locked-up prisoner hopelessly looking at your own movie through the bars of your cell. You're a detached spectator watching a fateful story unfold, a story with a script which was written 13.8 billion years ago, a story in which you have no input, a story which you have never and will never be able to direct. You're a puppet on invisible strings, a passive observer living a meaningless, purposeless, pointless life inside a meaningless, purposeless, pointless universe.